So at this point in the work, you want to have the face and the hair or any more exposed skin colored in with oil pastel using the colors from your color scheme. I realize that this part takes a lot of time. So on Friday, when we do our Google Meet, we'll have a little bit of studio time to finish that up. That way, if you have questions about the drawing and coloring part, you can always ask me then too. Right now, we're going to start working on the collage portion. I'm going to focus primarily on her outfit for today. I'm thinking about adding color to the background using either markers or crayons. I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to continue with a pattern. So I would like for you to get out the pattern collage papers from your art kit. And then in your sketchbook, you should have your pattern practice drawing. And you can also use those patterns, your pattern practice. You can also use these for your collage as well. What I'm going to have you do before you make cuts is lay the patterns on top of the area that you plan to use it for. And then you'll draw lightly over top of that with pencil to get the shape as close as you can before you cut. Keep in mind that your oil pastel can be quite messy. So I just finished coloring my portrait in, so I gave my hands a good wash. To keep your workspace nice and clean, I would definitely wash your hands as you continue to work. So I'm going to move my screen down so that we can get started. Start by looking through your collage papers to see which patterns you might want to use for your outfit. I cut my pattern practice paper into smaller pieces so that it would be easier to lay on top of the areas that I'm going to be sizing for cutting out. You'll notice that I'm using my paper, I'm laying it down and then kind of lifting it up and seeing where the different pencil lines will need to go to get the shape that I need for the outfit. Once I have it cut, I'm going to place all of my pieces before I glue anything down. You'll notice that I'm holding up the papers next to my portrait. That way I can see if the colors work well together and they give the effect that I want. I'm going to continue doing this, and you'll notice that I'll make some small changes as I'm working. The reason for that is I wanted to tie in the dark purple with the lighter purple so that it really showed as an outfit on my work instead of just glued down paper. So I'll cut out some smaller pieces to show the bottom of her collar, the center of the zipper, and then I'm adding some of the dark purple on her other shoulder to tie it all together so that it looks like one outfit. When you're ready to glue, slide your pieces off and start gluing down your largest pieces first. You really don't need a lot of glue. Add a little bit close to the edge, but not right on it, and spread it out with your finger using a clean hand to press it down. Again, make sure your hands are nice and clean as you are working so that you don't get any smudges on your work. And I'm working my way bottom to top, adding my pieces that are underneath things first, working my way up to some of those smaller details, like the zipper portion of the zipper. Once I have all of my pieces glued down, make sure your glue is all the way closed and put it back in your art kit. Now you're ready to start thinking about how you want to dress the background for your work. When you finish the collage portion of your work, decide how you want to address your background. You should incorporate a pattern. You can do this by drawing a pattern, or you can use your collage papers from earlier and add a collage background. That part is up to you. I was inspired by the pink and green pattern on the collage paper that I used on Bisa Butler's zipper. I like the way that that contrasted with the blues on my color scheme, so I wanted to include a warm color in my background. I'm using a ruler to make sure that my lines are nice and straight. Again, you can use either markers, crayons, or colored pencils for this part. And you don't need to copy my pattern, you can come up with your own. As you get finished, and magic happens, somehow everything gets colored in neatly, you can store your supplies and share your artwork on Flipgrid.